every day more like game day. Turn any Tuesday into a tailgate, dashing their simple 3 ingredients on your plate. After an almost 100-year legacy, turning winning dishes into championship ones, it's kind of like your food's lucky jersey. So no matter what day it is, don your team's colors and grab the original Louisiana hot sauce and add a little game day to every day. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
On the job, every minute counts. That's why Lowe's now has ProBlock Quick Dry Primer, expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Engineered for pros to dry fast and go on smooth for virtually flawless results that keep your job moving. It's available in oil and water-based, and getting it is easy. Order online by 2 p.m. and get free same-day delivery right to your job site. Lowe's, we help, you save. Orders placed after 2 p.m. will be delivered next day. Valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. More terms apply.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
The left lane is back open on I-35 northbound after Highway 80, but the 2 right lanes remain blocked off due to an overturned vehicle crash. You're backed up from Highway 123, causing a 20-minute slowdown. There's also a 20-minute backup due to a crash blocking off the left lane on I-35 northbound at William Cannon. You're backed up from FM 1626. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZzzQuil Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZzzQuil Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
The world's best male ski racers are racing in the United States in December. The Stiefel Birds of Prey hits Beaver Creek, Colorado, December 4th through 7th. Watch Olympic champions, World Cup winners, and your favorite Stiefel U.S. ski team athletes tackle one of the toughest courses on the planet. Racing for glory and the chance to secure their place in the 2026 Olympics. Don't miss the NBC and CNBC coverage, December 7th and 8th.
At Leif Johnson Ford in Austin, Manor, and Buda.
You'll love it at Leif.
That's right. You'll love it. At any Leif Johnson location, what you see is what you pay with no hidden add-ons. We're here to help you through the entire process in person at one of our 3 locations, or we'll bring it to you and do the entire transaction online.
You'll love it at Leif.
Visit one of our 3 locations in Austin, Buda, or Manor, or online at LeifJohnsonFord.com.
You'll love it at Leif.
As football season is heating up heading into Thanksgiving, BetOnline gives you more ways to play with the latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action so you never miss a moment. From every pro and college football game to basketball, cage fighting, and hockey futures, BetOnline keeps you locked into the action all year long. And when it's time to switch gears, check out BetOnline Casino. Slots, classic table games, and massive jackpots waiting to be hit. Head to BetOnline today, because at BetOnline, the game starts here.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
Guys, don't propose with a ring that she didn't pick out. Trust us, she already has a ring in mind. So engage with Gage Diamonds, in person or online, where Gage's skilled ring designers will work with her to create the perfect setting, matched with the perfect stone. Gage specializes in exquisite lab-grown diamonds. Financing available. GageDiamonds.com. We're engagement's middle name.
Fall flavors, full glasses. It's the Thanks Pairing Sale at Specs.
The fun starts here.
Dallas came back to edge Philadelphia 24-21 on a field goal on the final play. The Cowboys had trailed late first half 21-0. Cleveland won it, lost.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Out of the shotgun, Manning fakes, looks, pressure coming, then fires deep downfield. He's got DeAndre Moore open. Caught! Touchdown, Texas! What a play by Arch Manning! Stood there amidst the rush in the pocket, little shoulder waggle, and then zipped it 46 yards to DeAndre Moore for the touchdown. Weisner in the backfield, Manning to take the snap from under center on second and goal. Arch with the snap, turns, hands it. It's a flip back, and look out here, Livingston to Manning. Caught! Touchdown, Texas! Yes, Arch Manning can catch touchdown passes as well as throw them. Parker Livingston throws the first touchdown pass of his collegiate career, and the Longhorns have had 2 possessions and 2 touchdowns. Second down, play action off the snap, back to throw. Manning looks, going deep downfield, wide open Livingston. The catch, 10-5, touchdown Texas. Manning to Livingston. Hey, if it can work, Livingston to Manning, why not? Manning to Livingston, 54-yard strike. Arch to take the snap, has it, a design run, turns inside to the 2, to the 1, touchdown Texas. Arch Manning has thrown touchdown passes today, has caught a touchdown pass, now has one rushing, and the Longhorns have a 2-score lead. Arch Manning out of the shotgun, has the snap. Manning with some time, now pressure coming. Arch scrambling, looking, steps up in the pocket, and now he's going to run, and now he's going to throw, and now it's going to be caught. It's a touchdown for Texas. DeAndre Moore. KJ Jackson out of the shotgun, has the snap, back to throw. Pressure coming. Colin Simmons has it. Ball loose, scooped up, down the 40. Leon Villafau inside the 30. The 20, say goodnight to it. Leon Villafau, 51 yards on the scoop and score. Caldwell puts down the knee, and that'll be the final play of the ball game. Longhorns do bounce back. One thing we can say about this Texas team all season long, they have not had back-to-back poor performances in defeat this season. They have bounced back from each of their 3 losses. And they do that today, beating the Arkansas Razorbacks. The final score, Texas 52, Arkansas 37.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas,
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Longhorn Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Guaranteed. Texas handles this business, as you heard on the opening, as they handed it to the Razorbacks. Arch Manning does something that has never been done by a Texas quarterback. Now it's Aggies week, and we got to get this thing started. The Dallas Cowboys handle their business up in Arlington. Tommy Yarsh of DallasCowboys.com joins us at 8 o'clock. The Texas men are in Hawaii to take on Arizona State. And man, oh man, Shedeur Sanders. Hate all you want. Hate all you want. I'm your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas. Followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, we're going to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets. That's right, folks. NASCAR is coming to COTA February 27th through March the 1st, and we're going to give you an opportunity all week long to win a pair of tickets to go to NASCAR at Coda. But you got to use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. Let's get into it. Texas Longhorns handled their business this weekend. It was touch and go in the very first half of the game. I mean, every time we talked about it, Arkansas is going to score points. Arkansas is going to score points. But you know who scored points? The Texas offense. They found a way to get it done, and the defense went out and ended the game with a strip sack and scoop and score to conceal the victory. And to me, you know, you start to look at where this team was last week against Georgia. That fourth quarter, they got dominated. That's what it was all about. I know people are going to say, man, you played a 2-8 team. I don't care who you play. You don't want to get beat twice.
No. And Texas could have really poured it on and didn't. They had guys that game, Notre Dame went 70-7 over Syracuse. Texas could have put numbers up like that.
Should have.
They should have. But
should have.
I believe in taking your guys out though when you have the league. You have the game won. And there were a few guys that needed to go sit down.
Let me ask you this. Why do you have the moniker
all gas and no brakes?
Exactly.
And then you like the idol?
Right. Like I don't people are still talking about that. Now look, there's a victory. I'm glad. I'm so happy. There was so much that was happening in that game to be excited about. Still some drops, still some penalties, but not near as many.
Right.
You know, it got to see some trickery, got to see some different plays. But why is it that you don't? Because every team that's played Arkansas, they've had to beat them at the end.
Yeah, they had to fight them.
Yes.
I mean, they only had one game that was beyond 7 points.
Yeah.
And Hardge, I look at this situation. Say you're in the fourth quarter and you still have your guys pouring it on, and it's like 70 to nothing or 70-20 at the time. But somebody gets hurt that's a pivotal player for next week. That's why you do it. And I understand that I was the one that was on here like 2 weeks ago. No, pour it on. No, I get it. I let my emotions sometimes overrule my intellect. And I think that you don't want to do that. I mean, you get one of your main guys hurt. Texas, this is not the last this game against it's football. But this last game against A&M of the regular season is the last game of the regular season. They still gonna have to play after that. So you need these guys to be healthy.
Okay.
I can't change your mind, and
you can't on this one. You cannot, because every game there is something to be said about putting your foot on their throat. There is something to be said because when you play around with a team like that, now I know Texas felt like they were in control. I get it, but there was opportunities in that game to bury them.
Yeah.
Bury them.
Yeah.
No life. None. And that is the thing that Texas, what does Kirby Smart say?
Punch them in the face as much as you can.
And you gotta finish them. And those are the things that I continue to want to see. Now,
It
listen,
does set
again,
a message to your team too.
Exactly.
We're not gonna stop pounding these people.
Exactly. Jimmy Johnson said it best. Barry Switzer said it best. My job is not to make sure your team feels good. We gonna score a half 100 every time. That's what they wanted to do. And that's how you should want to play every time. I'm just saying, it says all gas, no brakes. And I wanted to see full throttle, wide open gate. Let that thing fly.
Burn the engine up.
NASCAR.
What's the one thing you need to put your foot on a team's throat?
What?
A dominant running game.
They ran the ball okay.
They ran the ball okay, but
yeah.
dominant. That's how you put your,
But what
your
they
foot
were
on a
doing
team
was
throat.
working. I mean, if you got a offense that's sputtering in the passing game and you have to like focus on the run, then yes. but they ran and mixed it in enough that they were able to really confuse those guys.
Great game plan.
Great game plan. I mean, you can't criticize Sark.
No.
The game plan they put out there, because I guarantee you that Arkansas, there was some things that Texas did that Arkansas haven't seen. And that's what I wanted Georgia to get. Why didn't Georgia get the Philly special? Why didn't they get the zone read pass play that they threw twice to injuries across the middle? Like, if Texas would have threw that against Georgia, they would have had their pants down.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, why?
I don't know, but Texas comes out and gets that big victory. It was important for them, 52-37. And here's Coach Sark talking about this post game.
Okay, couple things here as we're going into this. I thought, obviously offensively, early in the game we were very efficient. We were able to create explosive plays, primarily in the pass game. I thought Arch, took his shots when they were there. I thought the receivers did a good job of catching and running with the ball. At the same time, they were creating some explosive plays their first couple drives, and I thought our defense did a really good job of defending the end zone and forcing field goals in the red area. And over time, as we were able to kind of stretch our lead, I thought the field goal at the end of the first half was really important, knowing we were going to get the ball to start the second half. Really, that was, those 10 points to end the first half and start the second half, I thought were huge. 2 turnovers in the game that we create, both of those turned into touchdowns, 14 points there. We took care of the ball offensively. So all in all, really proud of our team. It's not easy, when you get knocked down and you got to get back up off the mat and you got to continue to fight. And, like, as I told the team downstairs, from Monday, they responded, and it was not easy for them either. But they fought back and they put forth a performance where, we came out of the game healthy. We survived it defensively without Anthony. We'll be able to get him back next week. And we came out of this thing unscathed and healthy and confident. And so that's great. And so I think the key to the drill, I know I'll get asked all about it, is control what we can control. And what we control is preparing really well for an undefeated top 5 team in A&M coming in here next Friday night. And we've got to prepare really well so that we can go play our best football, because our best football will be needed next Friday night.
No doubt about it. We're just getting started on this Longhorns Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. When we come back, we'll have more from Coach Sark and a couple thoughts from the players. What's wrong with Leonga LaFau throwing that ball at Bevo? Come on, man. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Coach Sark here. Stay connected to the Longhorns on the free iHeartRadio app.
Breaks the tackle, 30, turns down the sidelines. Say goodnight to this one. Touchdown, Texas.
Just search 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
The left lane is back open on I-35 northbound after Highway 80, but the 2 right lanes remain blocked off due to an overturned vehicle crash. You're backed up from Highway 123, causing a 20-minute slowdown. There's also a 20-minute backup due to a crash blocking off the left lane on I-35 northbound at William Cannon. You're backed up from FM 1626. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by AirTasker.
The busiest time of the year? It's here. Between parties, shopping, and decorating, who has time? With AirTasker, you can get anything done. Cleaning, wrapping, even someone to build a gingerbread house that doesn't collapse. Download the AirTasker app or go to airtasker.com. AirTasker, get anything done.
This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Saturday afternoon at DKR Texas Memorial Stadium, the Texas Longhorn delivered a statement win, 52-37 over the Arkansas Razorbacks, rolling to a convincing victory behind one of Arch Manning's strongest performance to date. Manning was sharp and in total command, dropping dimes down the field, extending plays with his legs, and keeping the Razorbacks off balance from the opening drive, totaling 6 touchdowns, 4 through the air, 1 on the ground, and 1 receiving, making him the first quarterback in the University of Texas history to record all 3. By the fourth quarter, Texas fully seized momentum, closing out a complete physical and efficient game that showcased the real growth by both sides of the ball, finishing out with a strip sack, scoop, and score by the defense. And now the Longhorns turn the page. Texas and Texas A&M close out the regular season on Black Friday, 6:30 p.m. This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. For the 6th consecutive year, NASCAR returns to the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, February 27th through March the 1st. If you haven't made it out to COTA for this experience yet, you have to do it now. It's a 2.3-mile, 17-turn permanent road course on the Cup Series schedule, and there has been a different winner every year. The best deal for the NASCAR Cup Series race is on March the 1st, and it has 2 grandstand tickets for only $99, and college students can get tickets for as low as $25. Keep listening to The Zone for a chance to win tickets.
Hi, this is Tom McKay, owner of Audiovisual Consultations, and all of us at Audiovisual would like to wish you and your family a happy holiday season. This time of year can get a little hectic, so we want to remind you to relax, enjoy the season with your family and friends, and give us a call at 512-255-8678 for all of your home entertainment needs. This is my favorite time of the year. I love the holidays, the music, the decorations, the presents, the whole darn thing. So this year I'm asking all you listeners to help make this a special holiday for everyone. Smiles are contagious and free, so let's give them away like the government gives away your money. Let's high-five strangers on the street, hold the door for people behind us, tip your servers more than they've ever been tipped before. Give to a charity, or hell, give to a bunch of charities. If someone does a good job, tell them they did a good job. Pat someone on the butt. Sing in public places just because it feels good. And as always, hug your kids until they beg you to stop. Watch some games with your friends and make love to your wife or your husband. I know there's some women listening too. You can still give us a call at 512-255-8678 if you'd like to get some cool electronics. But more importantly, have a great holiday season and a friggin' awesome next year.
With Black Friday savings at the Home Depot, you can get up to $1,400 off, plus get free delivery on select appliances like LG, America's most reliable line of appliances. Check out the newest LG refrigerator with new mini craft ice, straight from the dispenser. Shop Black Friday savings on select LG appliances, plus get free delivery now at the Home Depot. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid 11/5 through 12/3. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Not today, cough and chest congestion. Most medicines let mucus build back up after 4 hours. With just one pill, Mucinex 12-Hour works continuously to break up mucus and move it up and out. Mucinex 12-Hour. Rid the congestion. Kill the cough. Use as directed. Kill the cough with Mucinex 12-Hour DM.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Downy Rinse tonight, and I need it more. I can't rest the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do. I'm always in the dark. The sweat and that short smells like a dog park. Downy Rinse it tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
Remember who taught you your ABCs? Who showed you kindness and sharing? That was Sesame Street. And today, Sesame Workshop is still helping children around the world grow smarter, stronger, and kinder.
But Elmo can't do it alone.
This holiday season, Sesame needs your support. Donate now at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart. Because the world needs Sesame, and Sesame needs you.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
The Craig Way Show, weekdays at 2.
Back to a victory Longhorns morning right here on Sports Radio 1300. So, the Cowboys with a big come from behind victory against the Philadelphia Eagles, which is outstanding. And of course, we got to talk about Shedeur Sanders getting the start against the Raiders. And I'm tired of people saying it was against the Raiders. Let's not forget the Browns are terrible too. So for him to go out there and win, that's still important. But he's not the only story that's going on in Cleveland with the Browns, because we might be looking at the MVP of the NFL on a losing team. We're definitely looking at the defensive player of the year. But I want to continue the conversations about Saturday's victory against the Arkansas Razorbacks, 52-37 in front of an amazing, amazing crowd at DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. The Dallas Cowboys. The Texas Longhorns are now ranked number 16 in the AP and the coaches poll, but we'll find out what it all is on Tuesday when the college football playoff rankings come out. A lot at stake this week for the Horns, but more for the Aggies when it comes to the possibility of getting into the SEC championship game. But one of the things that Coach Sark was asked about after the game, It was a tough week for him. They had to bounce back from the loss, and his job rumors were out there, but he kept his team together, and they came out with a united front for a big victory.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I literally brought this up to them downstairs. I said, I don't know if we're a perfect team. I don't know if there is a perfect team out there. But what I do know is these guys have some really cool ingredients about them, and their resiliency, their grit, their toughness, their togetherness, their connectivity is really powerful. And as much as a lot of stuff has been surrounding this team from before the season to this week, leading up to this week, and I'm sure there's going to be more as we go into next week, they do a really incredible job of staying focused on the task at hand. And I commend them for that because they come in here every morning and they're prepared. They go to practice every day. They're working extremely hard, and I'm seeing guys getting better and better and better. Some guys are frontline starters right now. Some guys are redshirting. But I see a team that's working and trying to improve and get better, and they're able to focus. And like I said, with my stuff, I did not want to be a distraction, but I felt like it was becoming one. And so I addressed it. And I told the team before I addressed it with y'all that I was going to address it so it wouldn't feel like a distraction to them. And they didn't think, okay, coach, that's just what they do, and that's how they go about their business. And so I think it's a credit to guys who have grown up in our program that are now our leaders that understand, hey, there's always going to be stuff swirling around this place. It just is what it is. We're the University of Texas. This brand, right, this logo means a lot to a lot of people, and it's a very polarizing brand, and people love to talk about us, and that's okay. That's a good thing. But we got to make sure that we keep our focus internal where it needs to be. And again, I commend our players for doing that. And they responded again this week, and they're going to need to do it again this coming week. And they're going to need to do it quickly because we're living on a short week.
Not only are we living on a short week, it's important to understand how big this game is going to be when you start to look at the Texas A&M matchup. Mark, your family are all Aggies, so this is a big week for them. But
already got the calls.
Yeah, more importantly, this is a big week for the Texas Longhorn team to upset the apple cart in Texas A&M.
It is, and just so y'all know that I watched the Texas A&M versus Arkansas game, and watching that game, Arkansas pounded at Texas A&M. They're running the ball, and they ran with their quarterback. The game plan was to attack them. Hard, you just said. When does the attacking stop? Never. Keep going. That game was 45-42. Tight game. You mean to tell me that Texas cannot run the ball against them as well as Arkansas did? I know they can. We all do. And if direct snaps to running backs, quarterback design runs, whatever you need to do, you need to attack them and pound them and punch them in the face, just like Kirby Smarts was saying. And we keep bringing up Kirby because that was the only loss that Texas had that was embarrassing. And you never want to get caught like that.
And it was a good game leading into the fourth
quarter.
It
was a great game.
Yep.
If you lose 17-14, then you know what? It was meant to be. But you should never have a lapse in effort and your coaching style. And I think both of them took a dip in the fourth quarter.
Texas continues to move. They continue to move the ball. Another great performance from Arch Manning, doing something that no quarterback at the University of Texas has ever done. We'll get a chance to talk about that a little bit more in my Hard Knocks live tape. But there was a play that happened, and Lianga Lafau got a chance to scoop and score after Colin Simmons came off the edge, created the fumble and the sack, and Lianga Lafau got the touchdown. But he did something that you never do, and that's throw the ball at Bevo. He didn't know what to do, but I'll let him explain exactly what happened.
If I'm being honest, I never have a celebration ready for scoring a touchdown, but it happened, and it's just instincts, I guess.
So you don't have a beef with Bevo?
No, I don't. We like to go celebrate with Bevo, and I guess that was my celebration. First thing that came to mind.
I'm a Silver Spur, so I took that to heart. I was like, dude, we go celebrate with Bill. We don't throw the ball at him. So I had to let him know after.
It's funny to me because you don't know what you're doing, but you've seen everybody else do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has scored in that end zone. Jordan Whittington would score and run over to Bevo because he's down with Bevo, and everybody goes over, take the pictures. They always have. Nobody's ever thrown anything in Bevo's kennel.
All I said to myself was,
in the bullpen,
bless his heart.
Yeah.
Touched by an angel. I mean, why would you do that? Of all the things. I said, oh my gosh. When he did that.
Yeah.
And I don't think I said gosh.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was just like sit back.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, please don't ever do that again.
I think he knows.
God, I can't believe this, man.
I think he knows. And like Michael Taft said, and that audio is courtesy of our guy Bob Ballou over at KI. You look at it and you're like, the dude just really didn't know what
he blanked out.
Yeah, it was just like, Bevo, nervous. Take it.
Take the ball.
Yeah, here's the ball for you. But you do understand that you cannot do that.
Did you see Bevo's reaction?
Yeah.
He got stirred up, man. He started, and those guys had to grab. They always have ropes that are tied, near his horns. Man, they had to grab a hold of them.
Yeah, it was.
Bevo was like, "You remember what I did to that bulldog?"
Exactly.
Well, that was the other Bevo that he retired, but this one is bigger.
Same traits.
Yeah, same
traits.
They come from the same long line of bulls where you don't go over there and mess around. I do want to say this because, there was a lot of things that happened in that ball game that were phenomenal. And a lot of that came from our guy, Arch Manning. And when we come back, we'll hear from Arch Manning about the spectacular touchdown catch, because that was spectacular.
Man, it was very athletic.
And the way that he's evolved as a quarterback. So we'll hear from him and Coach Sark about that right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
All lanes are back open after a crash cleared on I-35 northbound in San Marcos after Highway 80, but looking onto I-35 northbound at William Cannon Drive, a crash still has the left lane blocked off, causing a 20-minute slowdown, and the right shoulder is also blocked off by a wreck on 183 northbound at Highway 45. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
Hard starting my day off the right way is a big deal, and that includes taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beat Heart Chews by Human. Human was actually founded right here at the University of Texas. You probably seen their logo on the field. I know, yeah, Human with 2 N's. These chews are clinically shown to promote healthy blood pressure, nearly 2 times more effective than diet and exercise alone. Thanks to their unique grapeseed extract, they taste great, they're easy to take, they become part of my daily routine. Super Beat Heart Chews also the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. There's a special offer happening right now, and it even comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to human.com/mark and check it out. That's human.com/mark, spell human with 2 N's, and enter the promo code MARK and check out and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Super Beats Heart Chews.
Sound familiar?
At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
The Spurs fall to the Suns, ending their 3-game win streak. De'Aaron Fox led San Antonio with 26 points. Cowboys rallied from 21 down, stunned the Eagles 24-21. Dak Prescott tossed 2 touchdowns, ran for another, while Brandon Aubrey nailed the game-winning 42-yard field goal as time expired. Texas getting set to host Texas A&M Friday in the Lone Star Showdown. I'm Ronza Moss.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Despite wintry conditions and heavy traffic, the holidays have to go on. That's why Mercedes-Benz SUVs come equipped with the latest safety technology to keep your festive plans on track. Discover the incredible offers for yourself at the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration.
What's up? It's Cam Jordan. I'm back with season 3 of your favorite podcast, the Off the Edge with Cam Jordan podcast. Yeah! Tap in every Wednesday to hear conversations with my friends and stars from the NFL, the sports world in general, and entertainment about everything from teams and players making waves to pop culture. And I'll take you inside my journey through my 15th season in the NFL. Looking forward to you joining me this season, the season of more, on the Off the Edge with Cam Jordan podcast. Open your free iHeart app and search Off the Edge and start listening.
Coach Sark here. 1300 The Zone is your flagship home for the Texas Longhorns.
I'm always coming with some positivity on Mondays. Even though it may have sounded like I was being negative to start the show, that's not true. What I was thinking is this team is at a place where there's no holding back. And I think that this team should be that team that can put their foot on somebody's throat and make them submit. Because we've seen people. I want to make sure that that is where we are. But one of the biggest things for these Texas Longhorns has been the growth and maturation of one Arch Manning. You don't hear the haters out there. There's still some of them out there.
They're still out there.
Because, again, they're going to say, well, that team didn't win any games in conference. It doesn't matter, because when you look at the strength of schedule and you look at where Arch Manning was against Ohio State, people were all about the numbers and how he looked and where this team was and what was going on with this team. But Arch Manning has shown that given time to grow up, to evaluate, to learn, to get used to the speed of the game, and do the things that he was brought here to do, you begin to recognize that the talent has always been there. My guy Chris Hummer of CBS Sports and 247. We talked about this. He's been on the show with us, and he posted this the other day. Arch Manning, since he was labeled college football's first flop in October, he's gone 5-1 with top 10 wins over Oklahoma and Vanderbilt. He's got 1,612 yards passing. He's got 12 touchdowns versus 2 interceptions. He's thrown 64.1% completion rate. He's got 3 touchdowns as a runner or receiver. And Texas still is in the mix for a chance to possibly get into the college football playoff. So when you watch this maturation of a quarterback, you understand that the timing and the way things go is so different than where it was before. And you look at his numbers, you look at the people that are in front of him as far as Heisman hype, he's right there.
Right.
His numbers are equal, if not even closer, to some of the other players that are out there. Now, don't get it twisted. Lost 3 games. I get that. There's things that have happened throughout the journey. No problem. But let's quit the narrative that he was, quote unquote, a flop. Let's quit the narrative that, he hadn't done that much lately. I'm like, what games are you watching for you to be able to think that is the way that this is broken down? Here's updated after 11 games. Arch Manning is at 2,954 yards. Julian Sand, the quarterback for Ohio State, 2,800 yards. Responsible touchdowns for Manning 31, Sand 27. People are putting Julian Sand, because he's on the best team, as a Heisman Trophy candidate. But if you're looking at numbers and the way that the game is being played, I'm not saying Julian Sand shouldn't be up there, but let's quit bashing Arch Manning.
Right.
Because he's gotten better every single game, whether it's a pocket awareness. Coach Sark even brought it up. What he's talked about with him is he would have tucked his head down and ran before. Now he's avoiding the pressure, extending plays,
keeping his eyes upfield,
and finding the guy that is making plays. And here is Coach Sark on the growth and what's impressed him the most about Arch Manning.
Yeah, I think the thing that I'm probably most impressed with is his poise. Even going into the game, he feels different in pregame than he did 2 months ago, and even in the moments tonight when things broke down a little bit, he just seems so under control as he was avoiding the rush and keeping his eyes downfield. I think Arch 2 months ago was just dropping his head and running as fast as he could, towards the line of scrimmage. And I thought tonight he exhibited some real poise, moving in the pocket, keeping his eyes up and making some plays down the field. And, I was hard on him tonight like I'm hard every game. I think there was plays that I would love for him to make even more than he had. But that's the beauty of growing as a player. That's the beauty of being coachable as a player, and he's extremely coachable. He wants to be the best that he can be, and so there's more out there for him, and he can be even better. But he is playing at a high level, and he's playing at a high level at the right time for us.
You hear that?
Yeah,
he can be even better.
He's going to,
and he's going to. We know that.
Yeah, he's going to.
But the fans got to understand that the experience is the greatest teacher. You have all of great professors that you can, muster up. But when you have those great professors over a long period of time is when you really become a savant. Arch is a baby as far as what his football knowledge is. Of course, he grew up in a family with great football players, and they've passed a lot down to him since he was a little kid. But just because you get told it don't mean you could do it. Now he has to do it. And him doing it now it's the end of the season, he's peaking at the right time.
Exactly.
A lot of these quarterbacks, they are who they are. I can tell you right now, Pavia he's going to be the same quarterback at 28 next year as he is this year. Arch does not have a cap yet because he doesn't know all the things and experience all the things that Pavia and other quarterbacks have had.
Yep.
So get a guy a break.
Yep. And here is Arch, because he showed a little versatility. As we said, he's the first Texas quarterback in the history of quarterbacking at the University of Texas. Great athletes to catch a touchdown, rush a touchdown, and throw a touchdown in the same game. But it was the catch that showed him that he knows what he's doing out there. And Parker Livingston got to make a better throw.
Well, it was kind of sunny. I lost it for a second, but it was good. Yeah, I know he had good. He threw it well on Thursday, but he's bailed me out a few times, so I had to bail him out.
Just straight comedy, good times, but had by all, and the way that they went about it. So this young man has shown the ability to get better and better. And I know people are wanting him to be. I don't even know what they want him to be, but you got to remember the quarterbacks at the University of Texas have gone through a lot when they first get here, because the crowd and the fans and the people that are writing the articles believe that they got to be great right away. But it's all about development, and Arch is showing that the lineage and the Manning name is not a curse. He's getting better, and he's continuing to show growth every week.
They want him to be Dak Prescott. They want him to be Mahomes. Like, they weren't who
people don't like Dak Prescott.
They are not who they were not who they are when they were his age.
Right.
Like, think about it.
Arch is a budding star, and I can't wait to watch his progression. As I said at the beginning of the year, he's not going to be the same quarterback. He's going to get better. And they gave him the sink or swim, and that dude is backstroking right now. When we come back, we'll close out hour number 1. The Browns beat the Raiders, and Shedeur Sanders did something that a lot of folks in Cleveland have been waiting for. I'll explain. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The Craig Way Show with Craig Way.
Tex Schramm, you'd hear him on with Brad Sham when we had the show and I was the producer for it, called Ask Tex Schramm. This was like 1987. Football, Cardinals were moving to Arizona. Brad Sham is doing the show. And so he asked him, he said, well, does that mean also now there'll be a change that the Atlanta Falcons would move from the NFC West to the NFC East? The Texas response was, well, once you're on an airplane, what difference does it make?
Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. on AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook up.
There's a crash on I-35 northbound blocking off the left lane at William Cannon Drive. It's causing a 10-minute backup from FM 1626, but looks to be in the final stages of clearing out of there. There's also a wreck blocking off the right shoulder on 183 northbound at Highway 45, but thankfully not causing too much of a slowdown. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
Hardge here, and November's rolling in with gratitude. Texas Pride and Black Friday big savings all month long at Covert Chevy in Hutto. Right now, get $12,090 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 Custom. Yep, no waiting till the end of the month. The deals are already here. Powerful trucks, hometown hospitality, and savings worth being thankful for. That's Covert Chevy Hutto right off of 79. CovertChevyHutto.com. Together, let's drive.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Ultra, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Ultra helps Mike fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs so he can wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Life in Austin moves fast. Work deadlines, weekend plans, and more errands than you can count. Feeling stretched thin? With AirTasker, getting help is easy. Post your task, set your price, and let local taskers handle the rest. Whether it's tackling a quick fix or finally checking off that big project you haven't had time for, AirTasker has you covered. Download AirTasker today or visit us at airtasker.com and spend less time juggling tasks and more time enjoying your life. AirTasker. Get anything done.
Get ready. World Cup ski racing is back on U.S. snow. The Stiefel Copper Cup, presented by United Airlines, hits Copper Mountain, Colorado, November 27th through 30th. Watch the best ski racers in the world, including your favorite Stiefel U.S. ski team athletes like Michaela Schifrin, battle it out for glory and a spot on the 2026 Olympic team. Catch all the action from this Olympic qualifier on NBC and CNBC, November 29th and 30th.
Lowe's early Black Friday deals are going fast. Don't miss up to 50% off select major appliances. Plus, up to an extra 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. And with Christmas around the corner, you're going to need more string lights, right? Save $4 on GE LED 100 count string lights, now just $5.98. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 12/3. Selection varies by location. Select locations only while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Picture this, you're on a date and then bad breath happens. Confidence gone. Here's the truth. Most gums and mints are just bad breath Band-Aids, but not Zellman's Minty Mouth. The functional breath freshener you swallow. Tiny dual action capsules with mint on the outside, parsley seed oil inside, clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders, even garlic and onions. It's only available online. Go to Zellmans.com, Zelmins, Zellmans.com, code FRESH for 15% off.
This winter, the world will be watching the best skaters chase their Olympic dreams. For your child, that dream could start right here at your local rink. Through Learn to Skate USA, kids build strength, confidence, and courage, the same qualities that take athletes to the Olympic ice. Learn to Skate USA offers programs for skaters of all ages and abilities. This is where the journey begins. Find a program near you at learntosskateusa.com, because every champion starts with a first glide.
Hosting game day but fumbling the shopping list? Good news. Specs has the perfect play. Ice cold beer in the backfield, bold bourbon out wide, and savory snacks going deep. No need for a Hail Mary. Specs has you covered with a legendary selection and prices so low, your wallet will do the end zone dance. So before kickoff, be the MVP. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Your one-stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
From the audio-visual consultation studio, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin. Guaranteed human. Your home for the horns. It's the Craig Way Show with Craig Way and Cameron Parker. Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have our guy, Tommy Yarish of DallasCowboys.com, joining us to talk all things Dallas Cowboys as they had that victory against the Philadelphia Eagles. Come from behind victory, 24 unanswered points. That's right. That's how that goes. Right now, let's talk about the NFL as a whole, but we're going to start in Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders did something that has not happened in Cleveland since 1995, and that is a rookie quarterback getting the victory. But you got to make sure that you get your first touchdown pass in the NFL, and that's exactly what he did.
Pressure. And they go to Sampson out of the backfield. He's got two tight ends blocking on the outside. He's got room. He bursts inside Raiders territory. One man to beat. He won't be caught. Touchdown, Sampson. 66 yards.
Cleveland! Now, let me ask you this, Mark. Let me ask you this. Now, both teams came into the game, both 2-8. Both teams are not very good. But when something like this happens and you get a chance to get a victory in your first career start, after you get a chance to actually work out with the first team You go 11 of 20 for 209 with a touchdown and an interception. Your quarterback rating is not, it's not nothing to write home about, but you can see the energy on the team, how he ignited not only the fan bases, but the players
The
on
players
the team.
rallied.
That's the thing that stands out to me. And if your coach continues to be a hater, because he goes in the locker room and he goes through all the superlatives and he just kind of threw in, he got his first touchdown. He got his first NFL start and victory. Congrats. And then he goes on to do all these other things. That is pure hater by the head coach.
Yeah, it is.
I don't care if you liked him or not. You owe it to the players in that locker room to embrace everybody. That's the thing that is bothering me about leadership. I don't care if you don't like him. You like everybody else on that team. So put your best effort in front of him to help your team get better.
Hardge, I saw a breakdown after the game, and one of the top analysts said they had 4 plays where the wide receiver did not go to the right place. And that's because of practice. He said they just don't know each other. He don't understand. They don't know where the eye reads are. And he said, and I'm sure that Sanders, there were some things that as a veteran quarterback, he'll be able to make the adjustments for maybe another 4 to 6 plays.
Yep.
So if you got 10 plays that you ran that were ineffective by the fact that it was no cohesion, how much could they have won by?
Yep.
How bad could the loss been for their competitor, for the Raiders?
Yep.
So you just got to look at it. The more he's in that Arch Manning situation, the more experience, the better you're going to be.
Yeah. The more you get a chance to play, the more time you see the game. He's a better passer of the football, and people have said that then all over the place. So it's really crazy to think that this coach is not trying to work with him in the way that they should.
You think it starts at the top, though?
No. I seen the general manager come in and give him a hug and tell him congratulations. I saw that. I think it's
but
bigger
not
than
from
that.
the coach.
No, the coach I'm not a fan of Stefanski, and I don't care if you're a fan of Shador, Dion, or not. I am, and I'm not gonna sit back and say no, I'm not. I'm a fan of both of them. But here's the thing that bothers me. Regardless, as I said, as leaders, as the leader of a football team or a leader in any space, you have to do the betterment of your team. Like everybody's involved in this. So quit being a hater and go over there and coach him up and make him better. But the one thing that I did want to bring up, and we'll hear from Shador here in a second, but the thing that I really am excited about is what Myles Garrett has been able to do on this bad football team. Myles Garrett, 5 total tackles, 4 solo, 3 sacks, and 4 TFLs. And with those sacks, he is at 18 already. The NFL record is 22.5 for one season. Myles Garrett just got to this in 11 games. They play 17. Myles Garrett is going to shatter that record.
You think 27?
I don't know. That seems a little steep. But, if he has three sack games like this, it is proven that he could possibly be the MVP. He definitely is going to be the defensive player of the year because of what he's shown. But on the other side, you have Max Crosby. He had 5 TFLs himself. Yeah. So we got a chance in that ugly ball game that everybody's looking at these records and saying none of these teams are any good. We got to see 2 of the best pass rushers in the game on opposite sides.
Let's say this. If he gets 25 sacks, does he win the NFL MVP?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We may be looking at the MVP.
Because he would break Lawrence Taylor's record.
He is he's special. He is definitely special. So when you look at Myles Garrett as a football player, you have to say, this dude is on a whole nother level, and he's doing it in Cleveland. That's the thing that is killing me. The fact that he's doing it there
He's going to be doing it there for about 4 more years.
Yeah, because that contract states that you are staying there.
Here.
So big time stuff. Congratulations to Shador. Congratulations to the Sanders family. Congratulations to Cleveland, because they've been asking for this. And I'm talking about the fans. I ain't talking about the head coach. The fans have been asking for that. And as a business that where you are already bad, you got to find something to latch on. And Shador Sanders is the one that has seemed to bring energy, not only in the community, but he's brought it to the radio. He's brought it to the teammates. And that, at this point, is all you have to go on. You got to buy in, bro. Buy in until you don't. Because if you don't, you might be looking for a new job. Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour number 2 is just around the corner. Tommy Yarsh of DallasCowboys.com joins us to talk about that big victory for the Cowboys right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. It's that time again. Burnt orange everywhere. The grills are hot and the coolers are colder. Whether you're tailgating outside DKR or watching it from your favorite chair, Bud Light is there for every hook'em and every high five, because nothing pairs better with Texas football than friends, cold beer, and a fight song ringing in your ears. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas football. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
As football season is heating up heading into Thanksgiving, BetOnline gives you more ways to play with the latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action, so you never miss a moment. From every pro and college football game to basketball, cage fighting, and hockey futures, BetOnline keeps you locked into the action all year long. And when it's time to switch gears, check out BetOnline Casino. Slots, classic table games, and massive jackpots waiting to be hit. Head to BetOnline today, because at BetOnline, the game starts here.
Remember who taught you your ABCs? Who showed you kindness and sharing? That was Sesame Street. And today, Sesame Workshop is still helping children around the world grow smarter, stronger, and kinder.
But Elmo can't do it alone.
This holiday season, Sesame needs your support. Donate now at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart. Because the world needs Sesame, and Sesame needs you.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a best man speech, but getting one from some random +1.
I can't believe I'm standing here today. Seriously, why am I standing here?
Don't settle for just any insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. You'll find exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 50% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Are you like everybody else in the world who has no idea what to get everyone for the holidays? Well, you're in luck. We got you. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching, no fuss. Plus, Skechers slip-ins come in everyone's favorite styles and colors. And you can get slip-ins everywhere stylish footwear is sold, including a Skechers store. Or if you're too busy to shop in person, just get them online at Skechers.com, Amazon, and more.
It's the game's final seconds, and the score is tied. But wait, another trip to the bathroom?
Don't miss the game's best moments because of frequent bathroom breaks. Introducing prostate artery embolization from ARA Diagnostic Imaging, a leader in PAE, a non-surgical treatment for enlarged prostate that helps reduce urgent urination with low risk of sexual side effects. Visit osrad.com/PAE to take a quick self-assessment. ARA, leaders in medical imaging.
At Henna Chevrolet, the price you see is the price you get.
like a 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 LT with $15,000 off MSRP. No required dealer accessories when you arrive. No market adjustments. And we have over 40 lenders competing for your business. And when banks compete, you save. That's why Henna is Austin's favorite Chevy dealership. For a lower price made easy. Together, let's drive at Henna Chevrolet or Henna.com.
Let's talk turkey.
The free iHeartRadio app is the #1 app for radio. No stuffing.
Just live radio, 24/7 news, live sports, and your favorite podcasts. And you can save them all with easy presets.
Get what millions are already thankful for.
The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studio, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin. Guaranteed human. Your home for the Horns.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
That's right, folks. Cowboys get the victory. But in hour number 1, we got a chance to talk about the Texas Longhorns and what they were able to do, 52-37 in front of a crazy crowd that was excited to see the Horns beat the Razorbacks. A rivalry renewed, and that will continue this weekend as the number 3 Aggies come to Texas on Black Friday as the number 3 ranked team. Also, we got a chance to hear from Arch Manning and Coach Sark on the things that were spectacular from the weekend. And we got a chance to hear from the great folks from Shedeur Sanders and what they were able to do. But right now, let's go up to Dallas and talk to our guy, Tommy Yarish of DallasCowboys.com. The Cowboys get a come-from-behind victory, and now everybody is excited that the Cowboys were able to get that done against their arch rival, the Philadelphia Eagles. What's up, Tommy?
Morning, guys. Yeah, that was one heck of a game. It was probably one of the better ones that I've watched, if not the best one that I've watched since I've been covering the team. So really impressive stuff.
Tommy, I wonder who got more sleep, you or Michael Irvin?
Yeah, I'm going to always take me on that, and I don't think it's a very difficult decision. But hey, Michael likes to party. Who can blame him? And he also doesn't have to work today. I've got to work today, so.
Yeah, it's a very short week for you and the Dallas Cowboys as the Kansas City Chiefs come in. They're not dead yet, regardless of what my co-host believes. But I'm looking at this Dallas Cowboy game and looking at that first half, fans was ready to tune out. People were turning the channel. They were getting out of there. But in the reality of it all, the Cowboys weren't playing bad. They were just making those mistakes, and Philadelphia was capitalizing on them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Mike. I think you think about the penalties that they had,
the drops,
the drops, absolutely. And, I think the first thing that comes to mind was second drive of the game for Philadelphia, and Dallas has the roughing the kicker penalty, which after the game in a pool report, the NFL essentially said, look, that's the one that Dallas could have challenged, and if they did, we likely would have overturned it. But, Fox showed the enhanced view of the play a little bit too late, which showed that Ryan Foley actually got a finger on the ball and blocked it, which would have made it a blocked punt, therefore not meeting criteria for roughing the kicker.
Right.
And so they get 15 free yards off of that, march right down the field and score a touchdown and make it 14-0. And then, they score on the next drive too. And when you look at some of the drives that Dallas had, Braden Mann was pinning them back inside their 15. He did so on 3 straight drives. And so they just couldn't catch a break. And then finally, slowly but surely, as things went on, they scored that touchdown before the end of the half, which was massive. I mean, if they didn't do that, they don't win this game. And then they come back and get 2 turnovers in the second half, which is, at the end of the day, this is a team that hasn't been probably as much of a plus turnover team as they wanted to be when the season started, but they've been timely with some of them, and they were extremely timely with the 2 in the second half yesterday, and that certainly played a huge part in it.
Tommy, Dallas running game is an elite running game. They're a top 10 running game in the NFL. And why would they go cute and do something gimmicky as opposed to handing the ball to 33?
Are you talking about in the red zone?
Yes.
Yeah,
and the fumble
I'm
in the
with you
middle
there.
of the field where that they handed to Turbin.
Yeah, I'm with you on the red zone one. That was one where I put out, that was after the fumble recovery on the muff punt. They get the ball at the 8-yard line, and Javonte Williams gets you down to the 1 or the 2 or the 1 yard line on his first carry. And I'm thinking, okay, they're just going to run it again and, really swing this game in their favor and kind of punch Philadelphia in the mouth, even though they kind of already had with 14 unanswered. And they tried to, roll out and throw it. And Brian Schottenheimer talked about it a little bit after the game. He's like, yeah, I call plays for players. And I understand that. Dallas's strong suit is getting it to their guys on the outside. But at the same time, he's also talked so much about being a physical run threat of a team that I'm a little surprised he didn't lean a little bit more on Javonte Williams. And there have been a couple times this year where I've caught myself saying that. So it's certainly something that we're going to have to monitor. But at the end of the day, the job got done. And, the fourth down call was just, I think the Eagles just kind of blew that play up. There was, and I think there, to a degree, he might not have said it, but I think there was a little bit of regret for not just using Javonte Williams to run that in.
No doubt. We're talking to Tommy Yarsh of DallasCowboys.com. You can follow him at Tommy_Yarsh. And Tommy, I thought the world was going to come to the end when Brandon Aubrey missed a kick, but they got him back in position to win it at the end of the game. When you're watching this game and you're seeing things unfold on the offensive side for Philadelphia, Jalen Hurts coming out throwing, really featuring A.J. Brown. They must have saw something in the film where they could attack, and that's exactly what they did. But they kind of got away from the things that make them good, too, by not trying to get the ball to Saquon Barkley enough. But that defense for the Cowboys was moving well from side to side.
Yeah, it was interesting. I thought coming into the game they would try and, start the game physical and try to really challenge this new Dallas defense that has struggled against the run all year. And, obviously they've got one of the best running backs in all of football in Saquon Barkley, regardless of what his numbers this year may say. But they just did it. Only 10 carries, and credit Dallas's defense. They held him to 2.2 yards a carry.
Yeah.
I mean, that is really, really, really difficult to do against Saquon Barkley. And now this is back-to-back weeks where, in the last 2 weeks they've allowed less than 100 yards rushing. And if you would have told me that would have been the case 6 weeks ago, I would have told you were crazy. When you think about the running backs that they played in Ashton Genty and Saquon Barkley. And so, credit to Dallas, but yeah, Philadelphia just kind of confusing in terms of their game plan. Now, Dallas's defensive front, I think, was winning a lot more. They got more pressure on Jalen Hurts and made it difficult for him. But, A.J. Brown was working this secondary, and Devontae Smith was working this secondary, and they just kind of went away from them. Sure, they had some big plays in the second half, but nothing consistently. And so it was kind of puzzling. But, again, you got to credit Dallas's defense for, stepping up to the plate and getting 8 straight stops.
Tommy, two things. A lot of the reason that they went away from it is because Saquon Barkley almost had a fumble, fighting over the ball with one of the Cowboy defensive linebackers, and then he got one punched out. So that both of those things, I think, were deterrents away from him running the ball. But the thing that I saw in this game was a different level of fight, a different level of effort. You saw that on the special teams, and 38 went down, got knocked on his rear end, got pushed in the back, which should have been a penalty, got up, ran down the field 50 yards, and made a devastating hit. I don't know if I've screamed that loud at a Cowboy play this season. Where does this extra fight come from?
I think this is one of the reasons why you hired Brian Schottenheimer as your head coach. I mean, you want to talk about a motivator of men and a guy who never wavers and who's always going to be himself and who's always going to, have his players back no matter what the situation is. That's Brian Schottenheimer, man. And, he gets on his players. With us, he's, always kind of happy-go-lucky and smiling, cracking jokes and things like that. But, don't get fooled by all that stuff. He certainly has a little bit of a temper sometimes when things aren't going their way. But, man, if there's one thing he does, it's love his players, it's believe in his players, and this team is fully bought into everything that he is doing. And they believe in him, they believe in each other. And, they are motivated by so many external factors. One of the things being that was their first home game since the loss of Marshawn Nealon. It was one of the things they talked about a lot last night. And they've said since the passing of their teammates that they're going to play with his play style. And that's with relentless effort, and they're never quitting. And that's exactly what they did.
So I wanted to ask you this because it is a short week. Cowboys get ready to play the Kansas City Chiefs Thanksgiving Thursday. This is one of the biggest matchups and probably will set all kinds of viewing records because of these two teams and their fan bases. What do the Cowboys have to do to get a victory in this one as well?
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be the most watched game in NFL history, to be honest with you guys. And it should be good. I think, number one, the biggest thing is you have got to stop Patrick Mahomes and limit him from throwing the football as much as you can. You want to make Kansas City run the ball and have that be the focal point of their offense. Look, the Chiefs have not been playing well this year, and Patrick Mahomes has not been what he has looked like in the past, but I'm still really, given on the track history for him, I still hesitate to bet against him. And, he is such a good player and can totally change things around. He's coming back to his home state. So, they've got to take Mahomes out of the equation. And then defensively, Steve Spagnuolo is just really, really sound as a defensive coordinator, and he's a great mind. So Brian Schottenheimer's got to be on his A game, calling plays. The offensive line needs to continue to protect Dak Prescott. And, they just got to keep on moving things down the field in the passing game and try to really just, not even just the passing game, but staying balanced, right? Yep. We've seen when they stay balanced on offense, they give themselves a chance in most of the games they play. So if they can do those two things, they'll have a chance on Thursday.
Cannot wait, man. We appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving, and we hope that you have a great time. And we'll talk again next Monday as we break down what happened on Thanksgiving right here on the Morning Kickoff. Thanks, Tommy.
All right. Thank you, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Go take a nap, bro. Go take a nap. Happy Thanksgiving. There he is, Tommy Yarsh of DallasCowboys.com. When we come back, we're going to continue the conversations about the NFL. Kansas City Chiefs, they ain't dead yet. We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff.
They lowering them in the ground, though.
Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Craig Way knows everybody.
We're visiting with Brad Chan, voice of the Cowboys, and all I'm thinking to myself is, Reggie Jackson, you got to do a better job of asking the question.
I think it was our friend Art Haynes to whom he said that.
Yeah, because that's what he followed about. You can take your microphone and your glasses.
You can take your microphone and your glasses, and then he proceeded to tell Art what he could do with all of those things, all of which were physically impossible, even with exaggerated surgery.
Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
From the Odoo.com traffic center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The left lane is blocked off by an accident on I-35 northbound at Howard Lane, causing a 10-minute delay that starts from Tech Ridge Boulevard. Watch out for a wreck on 620 at 2222, and all lanes are closed down both eastbound and westbound on FM 812 due to an accident at FM 672. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
Mark Henry here. Did you know that since 1936, Shipley's Donuts has been a Texas tradition, and now Dripping Spring is waking them up? They serve fresh, hot-baked donuts, kolaches, and hot coffee. Get out to 13341 West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs. They open bright at 5 a.m. Grab you a dozen. Okay, grab 2 dozen, but I suggest more than one at least. Shipley's Donut. You can order them online at shipleysdonuts.com or on the Shipley's app. Start happy, stay happy. Shipley's Donuts, West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
Put March 1st on your calendar because the NASCAR Cup Series is returning to the Circuit of the Americas for the 6th year. This challenging track has produced a different winner every year, and this race is the 3rd Cup Series race of 2026. The best deal on tickets is 2 grandstand tickets for only $99, and college students can enjoy all the action for a discounted rate of $25 with a valid EDU email. It's a weekend full of racing fun, including a pre-race concert on the track with the Spasmatics. Get your tickets now.
Not today, cough and chest congestion. Most medicines let mucus build back up after 4 hours. With just one pill, Mucinex 12-Hour works continuously to break up mucus and move it up and out. Mucinex 12-Hour. Rid the congestion. Kill the cough. Use as directed. Kill the cough with Mucinex 12-Hour DM.
World Cup ski racing returns. Don't miss Michaela Schifrin and the world's best at the Stifel Copper Cup, Copper Mountain, November 27th through 30th. An Olympic qualifier on NBC and CNBC, November 29th through 30th.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya Kuzelkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit tremfya.com.
At Leaf Johnson Ford in Austin, Manor, and Buda.
You'll love it at Leaf.
That's right. You'll love it at any Leaf Johnson location. What you see is what you pay with no hidden add-ons. We're here to help you through the entire process in person at one of our 3 locations, or we'll bring it to you and do the entire transaction online.
You'll love it at Leaf.
Visit one of our 3 locations in Austin, Buda, or Manor, or online at leafjohnsonford.com.
You'll love it at Leaf.
Life in Austin moves fast. Work deadlines, weekend plans, and more errands than you can count. Feeling stretched thin? With Airtasker, getting help is easy. Post your tasks, set your price, and let local taskers handle the rest. Whether it's tackling a quick fix or finally checking off that big project you haven't had time for, Airtasker has you covered. Download Airtasker today or visit us at airtasker.com and spend less time juggling tasks and more time enjoying your life. Airtasker. Get anything done.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Special thanks to Tommy Yarsh of DallasCowboys.com as the game for the Cowboys in the victory against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, after a short week, they have a big matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs had their business yesterday in a touch-and-go situation, but they were sitting there on life support because somebody had buried them But guess what, folks? They beat the team, the Indianapolis Colts, who were 8-2 coming in the ball game. Now the Chiefs move to 6-5 and are still in the playoff hunt as they beat them 23-20 in overtime. Mark?
They did an Undertaker. They stuck their hand through the dirt because the dirt was on top of them, and it really hard. It was not because of what Kansas City did. The only thing that Kansas City did is what they were supposed to, is keep fighting. But the thing that allowed them in was the fact that the coaching staff at the Colts decided that they were going to play cautious. The thing that you hate the most, in the second half, they came out and they played not to lose. And they didn't run plays like they did in the first half. And that's what caused them to lose.
Well, the thing, I was looking at it in a different light. I thought that they should have been a little bit more cautious. They were winning the game and they kept throwing the football. They didn't run the football. They kept throwing it. And I'm like, if you run the clock by running the football with Jonathan Taylor, you're not going to give them any time to get the ball back. And there was a crucial drive where they put the ball in Daniel Jones' hands instead of putting it into their prize running back in Jonathan Taylor. And that is, to me, what ended up. They were still throwing the ball. They shouldn't have been throwing the ball. They should have been running.
That game reminded me of that Super Bowl where they could have handed it to beast mode, but they wanted to let Russell Wilson be the star. It was very reminiscent of that. And Daniel Jones, yes, he's done a great job. But the key to that offense is the fact that they have a running back that the first guy usually misses, and the second guy usually has to drag him down.
Yep.
Like, wear the defense out. And the defense stepped up. Granted, they're a team that's got a lot of fight in them, been through a lot of wars. You cannot ever let a team like that have any kind of hope. Yep. And they did that, and they lost the game.
Yep, and Rashee Rice with a big game yesterday, 8 receptions, 141 yards. They, too, were dropping a ton of passes yesterday. But Patrick Mahomes being Patrick Mahomes, you give him an opportunity, he's going to scramble, he's going to stay in the game, and he's going to find a way to get into field goal range for Harrison Butker to make the game-winning kick. Now they come to Dallas and take on the Dallas Cowboys team, who, too, played in the later part of the day, and now they have to get ready for a Thursday night matchup on Turkey Day, giving thanks to all that are going to be able to watch. And you look at what the Chicago Bears were able to do.
Wow.
Again, tough game against the Steelers. The Steelers came out fighting, but it was the Bears moving to 8-3 behind Caleb Williams, 3 touchdowns yesterday and throwing for 239 yards. Bears win 31-28.
I'm just blown away at the fact that Caleb is being able to adjust to quarterback play. He was an outstanding athlete playing quarterback. He was an improviser playing quarterback. Now he's becoming a true quarterback. He's doing all those things that you're supposed to do, from the basics to keeping your eyes downfield and managing the game. They wanted to eliminate with him the 20-yard losses. He's only got 1 this year. He had 12 last year. 12 times you get sacked beyond 20 yards. Those are killers to your drive. And for him to be able to realize, okay, coach don't want me to do that, and they're winning.
Yep. And that's why they're sitting at 8-3 and continuing to push against the Lions. The Lions beat the Giants yesterday, but it was not without struggle. But the Giants, with Jamar Gibbs, who had 57.5 points in fantasy football yesterday,
Wow.
defeat the Giants 34-27 in overtime. Jameis Winston with 2 touchdown passes and 1 receiving. Waddell Robinson being able to be big, but the Lions get it done once again. And now You start looking at the Bears. They play on Thanksgiving as well. So we are going to have a lot of movement in these Thursday night games or Thursday games this week. When you look at what's going to happen, the Bears are going to move to Friday. They're going to play that Friday game. But there is a lot of games that are going to need to be played this weekend.
How proud are you of Jameis? Jameis did really, really well. Yeah. And he's the quarterback
that cooler Jameis.
Yeah, nobody's cooler than Jameis Winston, man. You said it best. You were wondering why the Bengals didn't make a move and try to get him. He would have saved their season.
At the time, yeah.
And, they didn't make that move, and, you see where they are.
Yeah,
It's the greatest city in the world.
New York, he did everything he could to get them going. They even ran some trick plays.
That's from Hamilton.
But their defense was suspect, and so they have fired their defensive coordinator. The Giants has. So they are looking for a defensive coordinator. They've already got rid of Daboll, so they're going to change some things up in New York. This Thursday, we have Green Bay at Detroit to kick off Thanksgiving. We got Kansas City at the Dallas Cowboys. That's at 3:30. And to end the day, we have the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow should be in. I thought he was going to play. They didn't let him play, but he should be in on Thursday night as they travel to Baltimore. So that'll start on Fox, CBS, and then, of course, NBC, followed by Friday's matchup at 2 o'clock. The Chicago Bears will be taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Big time matchup. Can the Eagles rebound from that crushing loss to the Dallas Cowboys? And can the Chicago Bears keep that going?
I don't know if they can keep it going, but all the Chicago fans are enjoying it right now. My old tag team partner, D'Lo Brown, big Bears fan. Same thing with Seth freaking Rollins. Big. And you used to always say, I hate football because the Bears are notorious losers over the last few years. Well, he haven't posted that but 3 times this season. And saying that, I really do think that this Bears team has got a lot of room to improvement. They have draft capital. They have players that are aging, that are going to age out, and they're just going to get younger and better. Like the future's bright for the Chicago Bears.
The Chicago Bears are leading in the NFC North 8-3, followed by the Green Bay Packers, who got a victory yesterday. They're 7-3-1 because of the tie with the Cowboys. The Detroit Lions 7-4, and Minnesota is looking like they got pie in the face because they let Sam Darnold leave, and they're dealing with J.J. McCarthy because they didn't want to play him. And now you're looking at Seattle, who is 8-3 in the West behind the L.A. Rams by pick for the Super Bowl. The L.A. Rams are 9-2 after crushing Tampa Bay last night with the injury to Baker Mayfield.
Ram it all day, ram it all night.
Exactly. Whoa, pause. But coming up next, you got the world's strongest man bringing you his world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook up.
Earlier troubles on I-35 northbound at Howard have been taken care of, but all lanes remain closed down due to a crash on FM 812 both east and westbound at FM 672. There's a new crash on Stastny Lane at 1st Street and ongoing cleanup for an accident on 620 at 2222, causing some minor brake taps. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
Hardge, starting my day off the right way is a big deal. and that includes taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beat Heart Chews by Human. Human was actually founded right here at the University of Texas. You probably seen their logo on the field. I know, yeah, Human with 2 N's. These chews are clinically shown to promote healthy blood pressure, nearly 2 times more effective than diet and exercise alone. Thanks to their unique grapeseed extract, they taste great, they're easy to take, they become part of my daily routine. Superbeat Heart Chews also the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. There's a special offer happening right now, and it even comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to human.com/mark and check it out. That's human.com/mark, spell human with 2 N's, and enter the promo code MARK and check out and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Superbeats Heart Chews.
Hosting game day but fumbling the shopping list? Good news. Specs has the perfect play. Ice cold beer in the backfield, bold bourbon out wide, and savory snacks going deep. No need for a Hail Mary. Specs has you covered with a legendary selection and prices so low, your wallet will do the end zone dance. So before kickoff, be the MVP. At Specs, the fun starts here.
As football season is heating up heading into Thanksgiving, BetOnline gives you more ways to play with the latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action so you never miss a moment. From every pro and college football game to basketball, cage fighting, and hockey futures, BetOnline keeps you locked into the action all year long. And when it's time to switch gears, check out BetOnline Casino. Slots, classic table games, and massive jackpots waiting to be hit. Head to BetOnline today, because at BetOnline, the game starts here.
With Black Friday savings at the Home Depot, you can get up to $1,400 off, plus get free delivery on select innovative appliances like GE Profile. Add a touch of ease to your holiday with the all-in-one combo to wash and dry your laundry in one machine. And refrigerators with built-in convenient features like the dual dispense autofill water pitcher. Shop Black Friday savings on select GE Profile appliances plus get free delivery now at the Home Depot. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid 11/5 through 12/3. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Periods of clouds and sunshine with a couple of heavy thunderstorms. Humid thunderstorms could bring damaging winds, flash flooding, and hail. High 76 tonight. Clear, cooler, low 53.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
N20628. Clogged drain or sewer lines? Call Abacus. Pipe, slab, or yard leaks? Call Abacus. Water leaks, toilet problems, any plumbing repairs? Abacus can do it all. Now, get the 49 mainline special. Only $49. Clean out access required. Abacus. You can count on us.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Celebrate the season with the very best Christmas music ever made with iHeart Christmas. All your favorites 100% commercial free. Just open the app and search Holiday to find iHeart Christmas. Plus other holiday stations and playlists to put you in a merry mood. Open the app and search Holiday to start listening.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. We cover all 40 acres.
Already heard. You know what it is. WWE Hall of Fame, the world's strongest man. Mark Henry, you is world's strongest man. Take it away, fella. All right. You know what time it is? It's time for the world's strongest man by the world's strongest man. Marcus, back then they didn't know me.
Now I'm hot. They all on me. But Joe, shut up. Guys, here we go. Well, I'm officially on the bandwagon. I am officially on it. Dak Prescott. And I've stayed away from this because of the obvious reason. But you can't argue with this. Passing yards leader, 34,378 yards. Completions, franchise leader, 3,033. Completion percentage, 67.1. Another franchise leading tag. And its passer rating, 98.5. Another franchise leader. He's second in touchdowns. He's third in wins to Roger Staubach and Troy Aikman. He's had more games with 3 touchdowns than any other quarterback that ever played for the Cowboys. He's got 13 games where he threw for over 4 touchdowns. Never been done. Had the highest rookie completion rate and passer rating of any Cowboy in history. Dak Prescott is him. He's the greatest quarterback that ever played for the Cowboys. The thing that's keeping him from being the guy of all time is a long playoff run and possibly winning the Super Bowl. Those are things that will not keep him out of the Hall of Fame. He's a lock, a guarantee for the Hall of Fame. But Hardge, my question to you is, my take is this. I don't think that he'll be considered the greatest Cowboy of all time unless he has that long playoff run and gets to the Super Bowl. What say you?
That's fair to have that point, but the numbers don't lie. What he's been able to do as a Dallas Cowboy, as a 5th round or 4th round pick. Let's not forget that. He wasn't a first rounder. He wasn't a guy that was on everybody's board. He was forced into action early after Tony Romo, who everybody loved, and did not finish either.
Who also wasn't a first round pick.
Who was not even, I don't think he was even picked actually. But you look at who he is as a person, and everybody was pulling for Tony. Everybody was saying Tony this, Tony that, but Tony had his deficiencies as well. But it's funny to me when everybody loves one guy but don't like the other, even though the other guy seems to do everything right. He seems to have the right conversations. He is one that is a true leader as a man in the organization who has put up with a lot of crap. He's had to go through all the noise on the outside, but all he does is keep showing up. But I do agree with you. In order for him to be recognized for being great, he has to go to that next level.
He doesn't even have to win the Super Bowl.
No, he just got to get there.
He got to get there.
Oh, no doubt. But here's one of the things, too, that I had sent to my friends yesterday, K-Town Stand Up. They were talking about Dak, and, they always got something about the clown show when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. But there was a little bit of news that was made. Dak Prescott has beaten the NFC East 19 straight games at home. He's won against the NFC East. He owns the NFC
I heard
East.
a conversation between the Giants, the Washington Commanders, the Philadelphia Eagles, and it was like this. Silence! Because they've all been beaten this season. There was nothing to say.
No.
The Cowboys are owning this. Without that loss that they had to the Eagles in the first game of the season, which they played deplorable defense, they would own the East like is like never been done before. And that's the only thing that's keeping them away from. They would be a winning franchise right now. They'd be winning. They have a winning record if they had won that game.
Yeah, it is. It is interesting that people still, as I said, not look at Dak Prescott as a quarterback that obviously the numbers, like I said, they're there, cool, whatever. But as you look at his teammates, as you look at the people around him, as you look at how he says the right thing all the time.
And does the right thing.
And when he is in front of the microphone, people listen to what he has to say. We've been to Dallas. We've talked to all the reporters. We've talked to everybody. We have people on all the time, and we have some insiders that are there. They have never one time said a bad thing about Dak Prescott. But people forget, too, Dak still has to deal with the defense. The Cowboys lead the league in scoring points. They don't play defense too.
Not the last 2 weeks.
They can't. I mean, there's things that have to happen now that you got Quinnen Williams. You saw the pressure rate. You saw the things that they were able to do the last 2 weeks. They're going to be challenged again this week. Let's see if the defense is going to be able to hold up. Let's make sure that CeeDee Lamb is on that jugs machine to be able to catch the ball. Let's make sure that the defensive backs aren't playing in Louisville instead of playing in Arlington because they're playing so far off. Make sure you're turning guys inside where you got help. There's so many different things that this Dallas Cowboys defense needs to do. I'm not worried about the offense. I'm not worried about them at all. But to your point about what you said about Dak Prescott, in order for him to be that elite quarterback, that elite Dallas Cowboy quarterback, he's got to put a ring on it. And that's it. He said, I don't care about the numbers. I'm trying to get to the Super Bowl.
I'm hope that's the case, because if he has a long run in playoffs, he's guaranteed a lock to be considered the greatest. Just all the numbers point to it. And let's get this defense a little bit more seasoned, because they still take bad angles.
Oh, man.
I mean, just horrible angles, giving up outside containment, fundamental things.
Yeah, the outside containment stuff is what is
my God,
really, really driving me nuts right now. Another great take by the world's strongest man. We're going to close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick. But first, we got to talk Texas men's basketball. Hey, go home and take naps, folks, because it's a late one. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to Coach Sark's weekly press conference live every Monday at 11 a.m.
We got to go enjoy this journey. We need to be present and then ultimately finish the mission.
Hear Coach Sark recap the prior week's games and get you ready for the Horns' next opponent.
Culture beats talent. Culture is really strong. Culture and talent together is a pretty powerful force, and that's something that we've tried to create.
Every question, every answer, every Monday, right here on your home for the Longhorns. 1300 The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you'll need.
Earlier troubles on I-35 northbound at Howard have been taken care of, but all lanes remain closed down due to a crash on FM 812 both east and westbound at FM 672. There's a new crash on Stastny Lane at 1st Street and ongoing cleanup for an accident on 620 at 2222, causing some minor brake taps. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
Hardge here, and November's all about gratitude and big savings at Covert Ford Hutto. This month, we're showing thanks with Black Friday level deals all November long. Right now, get $9,278 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford Super Duty F-250 SRW Lariat. That's right. Don't wait for the holiday rush. The savings are here all month long. Tough trucks, legendary family service, and deals worth giving thanks for. Only at Cover Ford Hutto, right off of 79 in Hutto. CoverFordHutto.com.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now through Tuesday, save up to 72% on top brands at Mattress Firm with queens from $189.99. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Introducing True Earnings Checking from Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Earnings that are almost too good to be true. Earn 5% APY on balances up to $15,000. It's simple. Just deposit at least $1,500 in new money and make 15 debit card transactions each month. No minimum balance, no monthly fees. Even if you miss the requirements. Open your account online or at any of our 24 Austin area locations. Visit atfcu.org to learn more. Rates subject to change without notice. Federally insured by NCUA.
You love your home, but sometimes it feels like it's running your life. Leaky faucets, overgrown hedges, and that room you've been meaning to repaint. Sometimes it's just too much. With AirTasker, finding help is simple. Post your task, set your budget, and let local taskers take care of it. It's like having a personal handyman for all the projects on your to-do list. Download AirTasker or visit us at airtasker.com today and make your home work for you, not the other way around. AirTasker. Get anything done.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Downy rinse tonight, and I need it more. I can't rest the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do. I'm always in the dark. The sweat and dead short smells like a dog fart. Downy rinse it tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
The world needs Sesame Street. And right now, Sesame needs you. Donate today at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your sixth graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
Lowe's early Black Friday deals are going fast. Don't miss up to 50% off select major appliances. Plus, up to an extra 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. And with Christmas around the corner, you're going to need more string lights, right? Save $4 on GE LED 100 count string lights, now just $5.98. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 12/3. Selection varies by location. Select locations only. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Your chance to get an opportunity to get a pair of tickets at NASCAR at COTA. That's right. February the 27th through March the 1st, you'll get a chance to win a pair of tickets at COTA from NASCAR. NASCAR is back on the track. And commercials. Well, here's your chance to win a pair right now by using the Talk Back feature on the new and improved and always free iHeart Radio app. Today's keyword is COTA. COTA is the keyword. All you got to do is use that. You get a chance to be entered to win. And we'll give you a chance to win a pair. All right, before we end the show, because obviously it is a busy, busy week. It is a short week. We will be off Thursday and Friday mornings here on AM 1300 The Zone, where we will be giving you Longhorn Game Day right here on Sports Radio from Bevo Boulevard, starting at 3:30. So make sure you come down. It's a big rivalry against Texas A&M. It's big for both teams. It's an important matchup for both teams, not only because of playoff implications, but bragging rights. Right now, Texas has the bragging rights. Went to A&M last year, got the victory. Now A&M, who is hitting on all cylinders after their big win against Samford, not Stanford, not Fred G. Stanford either. They got the victory against them. Now they come in to Texas to try to complete an undefeated regular season and ensure their place in the SEC championship game. But I got a program in the note for you. Coach Sark's presser will start at 11 a.m. today. 11 a.m. Coach Sark's presser can be heard right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Again, he normally goes at 11:30, but today he is going at 11 o'clock. As I said, it's a short week. These guys are getting after it. They're ready to go. They're trying to get themselves back into the groove after that victory. So it's important for everyone to know that the presser can be heard right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. And tonight, folks, that's right. When I say tonight, I mean really tonight. Tonight, the Texas men's basketball team will be taking on Arizona State. Tip-off, 10:30. Oh, my goodness. 10:30. 10:30. You can listen to it right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Craig Way and Eddie Orn are in Maui for the Southwest Maui Invitational. They will play at 10:30. If you're going to watch the game, you can watch it on ESPN2. You can sync it up with Craig Way, but I would encourage everyone to take a nap. I would take a nap if you're going to try to stick up and watch that.
I think I'm going to try to stay up and watch it, but my TV may end up watching me.
I think that is a strong, strong chance of that happening. Very strong chance of that.
I'll record it though, so if I wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning,
Texas leads the series against Arizona State. Texas leads the series 4 wins to 1. The last time they played each other, though, was March the 20th, 2014 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Texas won the game 87-85. I'm looking forward to this. I mean, I hope it's watching me, but I'm looking forward to this matchup because this is going to be a test for the Texas Longhorns. Both teams come in 4-1 after that big matchup against Duke. Texas has come in and handled business. They're getting players back. Arizona State in the Big 12, tough opponent. And this is going to be a challenging week for the Texas men as they are on the road at Hawaii. The winner of this matchup will play the winner of the Chaminade and Washington State matchup, and losers will face each other after that, and then you continue to work your way into that bracket. The winner's bracket game will be also at 10:30 p.m. You start looking at these games and you're like, wait, what?
What?
Yeah, 10:30 again on Thursday. I mean, on Tuesday. Sorry. They will play back-to-back days, regardless of the situation. If they lose, they will play at 8 o'clock. I mean, if they win, they'll play at 8 o'clock. If they lose, they will play at 10:30 again. We'll also have the Texas women. They're on the road at Las Vegas, but they don't start until Wednesday night, and they'll take on UCLA, a big-time matchup against UCLA. Tonight, we have NFL football, final matchup of the week. The hot Carolina Panthers will take on the 49ers. And the 49ers getting Brock Purdy back. He's full go. He played last week, looked sharp. But the Panthers are one of the hottest teams in football. They continue to get better with Bryce Young. He continues to move around. He's an intense player. He's getting better and better every single week. And let's not forget, this dude was benched. This dude was benched at one point, and now he's getting his opportunities to play big. I told y'all last week, I was done with the Atlanta Falcons if they did not beat the New Orleans Saints. Well, I'm pleased to announce I will still be down with the Atlanta Falcons and our guy, Bijan Robinson, because they ended up getting the victory 24-10. We also got a chance to watch last night. I talked about it briefly. Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams might be the best team in the NFL at this point. They continue to dominate every single opponent that is in front of him. Matthew Stafford is playing quarterback at an all-time high. He threw for 273 yards with 3 touchdowns, 2 of them to my guy, Devontae Adams. This is a team that is dangerous, and I can't wait to see what happens in the playoffs. Baker Mayfield ends up getting hurt yesterday. Coming out of the game, he was getting smoked every single play, and Baker ended
what
up
was
coming
the deal
out
with that offensive line? It was like they never played together or something.
It's the Rams. That's what was the deal.
Lord. The Rams are a good football team. I've been very impressed with what I've seen from them, and they just continue to get better and better. As I said, Matthew Stafford has played a lot of games this year where he has taken care of the football, throwing 3 touchdowns yesterday. Impressive work for the Rams.
You know, also Texas had a big acquisition as running back from Jet Walker, who flipped from Minnesota to Texas as per rivals. Man, Texas is looking up, because have you seen this kid?
Yeah, I've seen him.
He is huge.
He's been around for a while over there in Georgetown. He's got an opportunity to be seen, and now he's getting an opportunity to come to the University of Texas. They lost in the playoffs. They're out, but we'll see what ends up happening with this recruiting as they're trying to build something here at the university, continue to build something here at the university. Don't forget, University of Texas head coach Steve Sarkisian's weekly press conference, final week of the regular season, rivalry week, Texas A&M. He will kick that off at, guess what, 11 a.m. And you can hear it all right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone, or always free on the iHeartRadio app. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, I'm Hardball Hardge. And just remember this, don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Peace. For the 6th consecutive year, NASCAR returns to the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, February 27th through March the 1st. If you haven't made it out to COTA for this experience yet, you have to do it now. It's a 2.3-mile, 17-turn permanent road course on the Cup Series schedule, and there has been a different winner every year. The best deal for the NASCAR Cup Series race is on March the 1st, and it has 2 grandstand tickets for only $99, and college students can get tickets for as low as $25. Keep listening to The Zone for a chance to win tickets.
The world's best male ski racers are racing in the